All right, guys. Hey, look, I want to go over a couple tips that basically on this new update with Livescope. There's some great color palettes out. A few other little tweaks in there that I really haven't seen a whole bunch on the internet about. So let me go over those real quick. So if y'all stay tuned, I'm gonna jump in active captain here and we'll get moving.
I'm an American.
All right, so here we go. Let's go into our sonar setup to start with, and we'll go into appearances and color schemes. So just take a look at some of these new color schemes. We'll jump up here to the rusted steel. It's a pretty good little color palette there. One that I would probably go for. Lava, Caribbean, or Caribbean, however you say it. Floodlight. That one's kind of like the other one. Very similar. Blue ice. See if I can find a tree out here. I'm just floating around right now. Let's see. Aqua and moss. So those are the new color palettes right there. Yeah. Kind of cool. I'm gonna go back to amber just because it's easier to see on YouTube. So kind of make it that way. A couple of the other things that have been added to this though is let's see. Let's go back to I don't want to go back that far. All right, let's go to sonar setup. Let's go to layout. So layout has done a few things, and I've got some of these on already. So the grid overlay obviously is not new. That's been there for a while. That's where the squares are. So right now mine are at 5 feet out because I'm so far out. But when I scroll into 20 foot, they're 2 foot apart. Let's go to here to reverse range. So right now I've got it set to medium. Go to default, take a look where the 0 line is. 0 is right where my transducer is. So it gave me 10 feet behind there. If I want to go into full, if I'm in really deep water for some reason, or I'm fishing behind a boat, not really sure what that would be for, but that gives me really almost 20 foot of backfill there behind the transducer. I don't really want to see that personally, so I went to, and I don't want to hide it because every once in a while I'll snipe a fish right underneath me, but I'm going to go to medium. So it gives me about 5 feet, 5-6 feet out there. The other thing is compress range on and off. So let me turn it off and go back out of here. You look, if I'm on the wrong one. I don't want the depth. I'm looking, there we go. So let's go 60 feet out here. 70 feet, okay. So you can see I do have some trees. There we go, I got some trees out there at 70 feet. If I go back into the menu, go to sonar setup, layout, and compress range, turn it on. Now look what happens. You'll notice my squares, starting with about 35 feet, have been compressed. So what's it allowing me to do is see the same data up to about 35 feet, and then it compresses everything from there. Pretty cool little feature. Another one I learned the other day, which is not new, and I gotta figure out where to find it. Give me 1 second. Let's see. Data, was it data overlay? Nope, wasn't data overlay. Give me 1 second. Well, basically it was the trails. There it is, trails, off and on. So I go into medium, and it kind of gives me a little different color thing. I'm Don't know if I like it or not. I saw it yesterday. I really haven't dealt with it that much. But supposedly it's supposed to kind of show you where you went beforehand, from what I understand. You know what? Hold on. Let's put a jig in the water. So that's exactly what it does. Shows you your trails. So if I throw out farther, I get my trails of where I went. That's probably something good for somebody who's just getting used to this, used to Livescope. There's a big fish right there. Not a big fish, but there's a fish. And it just took off. There are a couple right there though. Let's use these trails for a second. And now they disappeared as soon as I went down there. I don't like them. I just tell you that much now. So I'm gonna turn these trails off. It's kind of cool watching the fish swim in there, but anyway, that's not what I want. So I'm gonna turn them off and get back to it. So basically, guys, that's the pull this jig in. Don't catch anything while I'm talking. Go back here. Oh, too far. So guys, that's a basic rundown of the new color palettes in there and a couple of new changes in this version. I've got it here below. I don't know what it is. I can't remember offhand. But if you liked what you saw, guys, if you would hit the thumbs up button, and if you liked what you saw, consider subscribing. We got basically 20% of the people that are subscribed or that watch are subscribed. So does that help me out any? Not really, but I like to know how many people are actually watching. So if you would, hit that subscribe button, guys, and hit the bell for notification. That way you can see whenever we get something new, which I'll try to put something out weekly, if not more often. So anyway, y'all have a great day. Take care, and we'll see you on the next video.